Mike Clawson was destined to be a football player from the day he was born. Immediately after Mike's birth, his father awarded his mom a football in honor of his father and Mike's grandfather, his namesake, Mike Clawson, a former University of Kansas star and Grey Cup champion with the Sarnia Golden Bears. The grandson, Mike Clawson, graduated from Sarnia Northern High School and arrived at Western in 1989. Clawson's impact on the veteran-laden Mustang team was immediate. Switching from tailback to the slot-back position, Clawson dealt with some early injuries. Head coach Larry Haler said, "Our team really took off when he returned. He can run, catch, and block. The most athletic slot back we've had. We've never had one like him." Now part of one of the most potent receiving corps in Mustang history, the freshman Clawson would deliver in the most critical games. Playing in the Yates Cup Championship against the Toronto Varsity Blues, Clawson would score a touchdown in helping the Mustangs claim a Yates Cup title in a 50-20 victory over Toronto. In the Atlantic Bowl game against St. Mary's, Clawson would rush for 83 yards, including a 26-yard gallop for a touchdown in a wild 38-33 Atlantic Bowl victory. Qualifying for the Vanier Cup title game in front of a record crowd of 33,000 fans, Clawson would gain 48 yards and rush for a touchdown in a Vanier Cup victory over the Saskatchewan Huskies, 35-10, ending Western's 12-year drought of national titles. During the 1990 season, Clawson would add punt returning to his list of duties with the Mustangs and become a true triple threat throughout the OUA Conference. The big games was where he played his best. Meeting the Laurier Golden Hawks in the semifinals playdowns, he rushed for over 100 yards in helping the Mustangs squeak out a 23-18 victory. In the Yates Cup Championship game, Clawson led all scorers, tallying 3 touchdowns on the day, 2 on the ground and 1 in the air, as the Mustangs defended their Yates Cup title with an exciting 46-31 win over Toronto. At the conclusion of the season, Clawson had accumulated over 700 yards all-purpose, averaging over 6 yards per carry and 16 yards per catch, and was named an OUA All-Star and First-Team All-Canadian. In 1991, Clawson would repeat as an OUA All-Star and be named a Second-Team All-Canadian. Larry Haler, speaking of Clawson's relationship to the team, said, "Mike does a lot more than the stats show. They only reflect about 1/20th of his contribution. Mike is only 190 pounds, but he blocks like he's 240. In fact, he's as good a blocker as any inside receiver in the league." Teammate Pat Mahan said, "He turned into an excellent slot back. He was quick, real quick. He is a good cutter, and he can go through some people." In his senior season, Clawson was one of the go-to guys on the team. Greg Marshall said, "When the situation arises, Mike is more than willing to speak up, but he prefers to inspire the team on the field." Witnessing it firsthand, teammate John LeClaire said, "Claws had an innate passion and love for the game that I always felt when around him." At the conclusion of the 1992 season, Clawson claimed his 3rd consecutive OUA All-Star nod and was named All-Canadian for the 3rd time in a row, landing on the Second-Team All-Canadian spot at inside receiver. Receiving a purple blanket from Western in honor of his outstanding career as a 3-time All-Canadian and national champion, Clawson is remembered by Coach Greg Marshall, saying, "Mike was a dynamic athlete and so dangerous when he had the ball in his hands. Quick, agile, and strong. He was a force and one of the best ball carriers, pass receivers, and kick returners ever to play at Western." Mike Clawson, a Mustang legend.